A very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with the another chapter. That is, chapter is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So, before going to start, first revise our previous chapter. In previous chapter, we have already discussed about the reproduction process, asexual reproduction, what is asexual reproduction, and what is sexual reproduction. In the sexual reproduction, there is formation of two type of gametes, male gamete or female gamete. The male and female gamete either produces on the same plants or maybe on different plant. So on the basis of type of or place of production of these gametes, the plants may be divided into two parts, that is homothallic, heterothallic, in which the same plant body may reproduce or may form to both the type of gametes, but monoecious and dioecious in case of plants. In the monoecious organism, same both the reproductive part form on the same body, and in dioecious plant, both the reproductive part form on different body. So this is included into monoecious and dioecious, unisexual and bisexual. That same method यहाँ पे भी होगा, and this can be also divided by the type and formation of the two gametes if on a same plant or same organ. So that type of flower or organism is known as bisexual. If they are produced on two different part or two different flower, so they are known as unisexual. So in the sexual reproduction, we already also discussed in previous class, that is what is pre-fertilization event and what is post-fertilization events, and how and which are the what structure generally form in the pre-fertilization and post-fertilization events. Now, in the pre-fertilization events, there is formation of gamete, transfer of gamete, then fusion of gamete takes place, and after the fertilization, that is fertilization in which the sperm fuses with the ovum, or after fertilization there is formation of zygote, embryogenesis, and after the embryogenesis, seed form in the plant or organism will form in the other animals. So let us discuss about the sexual reproduction in flowering plants, that is in angiosperm. In angiosperm, we already know they reproduce when they undergoes in reproduction process, they form the flowers, and the male and female reproductive parts present in a flower or also present on two different flowers. If they present in two different flowers, so on the basis of their flower may be divided into the unisexual or bisexual, whether the presence of male and female gamete on the basis of the presence of male and female gametes. Now discuss करते हैं flower के लिए flower का structure. Here is flower. We already know in previous class 11 there are 4 whorls in a flower, or in some flower 3 whorls also present, 3 whorls in which androecium, gynoecium or perianth in Liliaceae family, and if there are 4 whorls present, so all the 4 whorls, that is calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium, all are present. And some of the 3 whorls unisexual flower may also have 3 whorls in which they have only one of the reproductive part, either androecium or gynoecium. So this is the female reproductive part, gynoecium, or also known as pistil. Gynoecium and pistil. Gynoecium. Now the whole gynoecium or pistil may be divided into, also known as pistil, may be divided into 3 parts. That is, the gynoecium is formed by 3 parts. There is a stigma, this neck-like structure, filament, style, and here is ovary. Inside the ovary, ovules are present. Here is ovule. Embryo sac or ovules are present. Now, आफ्टर हम इनर वर्ल्ड से डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, तो इनर वर्ल्ड, सबसे इनर मोस्ट वर्ल्ड इज गाइनोशियम. देन आफ्टर filament या androecium, this is also known as androecium. Here is androecium, or also known as stamen. In the stamen here is two part, that is anther. Here is filament. Anther and filament. Now, and these are the male and female reproductive part in which the sexual reproduction carried out by the formation of two type of gamete. Male gamete form inside the anther and female gamete form inside the androecium or ovary. So the pistil or gynoecium function as female reproductive part and the androecium function as male reproductive part. So here this is the male reproductive part, and here is gynoecium, the female reproductive part. Male and female reproductive part. Now the next word is formed by corolla. The corolla and calyx actually are the accessory part of a flower. तो ये accessory part होते हैं. Mainly they help in the protection when they occur in the bud form or flower bud के फॉर्म में जब ये ओरिजिनेट होते हैं. They also the calyx actually help in the protection and the corolla help in the attraction for the pollination. Help in the attraction. They attract the insects and birds for the pollination, because as we already know in the previous class, the angiospermic and the seeded plant, they generally lack the flagella. Sperm lack the flagella, due to which they are not able to swim or locomote, or they are not motile, so that are not able to transfer itself to the stigma of flower or to the inside the ovary or for the fertilization. So other method used for, that is pollination, used for the transfer of these gametes to the stigma of the flower. From the stigma there is formation of pollen tube. With the help of these pollen tube, finally two sperms transfer into the ovary of the, or into the embryo sac of the flower. So here is corolla, and finally the last is calyx. These are the reproductive or reproductive organ and accessory organ. Help in the protection, or as well as in for the protection and for the attraction of different animals or insects or birds for the pollination. So this can, now after this let us discuss about the events which actually involve in the sexual reproduction. as we already know the pre-fertilization events and the post-fertilization events involved in the sexual reproduction. Now, in the pre-fertilization events, there is formation of pollen grain inside the stem. Now, let us discuss about the formation of the male gamete or pollen grain. Formation of male gamete that included into the microsporogenesis. Microsporogenesis. Before going to discuss about the microsporogenesis, first we discuss about the structure of the anther in which the microspore mother cell persists and undergoes in meiosis division. They are also known as meiocytes, and after the meiosis division they converted into the pollen grain. First, before going to start this process, first we discuss about the structure of anther. Structure of anther. Now, the anther, here is androecium or also known as stamen. In the stamen, this part is anther and here is filament. Anther and filament. Now, when we dissect the anther part or when we study the transverse section of anther, we observe there are four membrane which enclose the microspore mother cell. Now, so what is the structure of this? This is the structure of typical anther. Here is the structure of anther. So anther, because there are two lobes are present and this lobe is known as theca. So the two lobes are present and each lobes have two chambers. This chamber is known as theca. So the structure of anther is bilobe dithecous anther. Bilobe dithecous anther, that is two lobes are present and each lobe have two chambers. So this is known as bilobe. Each lobe has two theca, so dithecous anther. Now, inside the anther is formed by the four layer. One layer, here is one layer, second, third and last one. Four layers are present. Now, the first layer is known as epidermis. The second layer is known as endothecium. And the third layer is known as middle layer, and last one is known as tapetum. So the anther is surrounded by or formed by four layers which actually enclose the microspore mother cell. Inside it there are so many microspore mother cell. These are the microspore mother cell. Now, the epidermis is also help in the protection. Endothecium, epidermis, endothecium and middle layer, the three layer all together help in the protection of microspore mother cell. This is MMC or microspore mother cell. So these are the microspore mother cell. Microspore mother cell. Now the microspore mother cell undergoes in meiosis division. So the epidermis, endothelium and tapetum middle layer help in the protection process, and tapetum help in the, they provide actually nutrition. Here is nutrition. So tapetum help in providing nutrition to the developing micro or developing pollen grain or developing microspore mother cell. Then inside the microspore mother cell, inside these 3 layer or 4 layer protected in the chamber of the anther. Now after at the maturation process, the microspore mother cell MMC undergoes in meiosis division. So the process is known as the microsporogenesis, when the pollen grain form from the microspore mother cell, and when the microspore mother cell undergoes in meiosis division. This process is known as microsporogenesis. So let us discuss about the microsporogenesis. Process, the microspore mother cell undergoes inside the anther, undergoes in meiosis division. Here is microspore mother cell undergoes in meiosis division. After the meiosis division, first meiosis, after the first meiosis division, they form dyad structure. Microspore dyad structure. Now after the second meiosis, there is formation of tetrad structure. This is tetrad structure, one cell present behind all these 3 cells. So total number 4. The total number of cells are 4. So tetrad structure. Microspores tetrad. Microspores tetrad. Macrospores tetrad form after the meiosis second division, and microspore tetrad के बाद then these microspore tetrad structure undergoes in dehydration. After the dehydration process, here is dehydration. डिहाइड्रेशन के बाद यहाँ पे जितनी भी सेल्स हैं जो टेट्राड फॉर्म में माइक्रोस्पोर्स हैं, they become separated with each other and they undergoes in modification and synthesis process. After the modification and synthesis process, all these microspores become separated and form the double membranous pollen grain. That is, outer membrane is known as exine or inner membrane is known as intine. So here is formation of the pollen grain. The outer layer is known as exine and inner layer is known as intine. The outer layer is formed by the highly biodegradable highly resistant protein molecule, that is sporopollenin, formed by sporopollenin. स्पोरोपोलिनिन, सो स्पोरोपोलिनिन का ये बना होता है, सो ड्यू टू विच दे इंक्रीज देयर viability. In some of the pollen grain they can their viability, that is the time period in between the release of the pollen grain or dispersal of the pollen grain from the anther and when they reach to the stigma of any flower. So the time in between these, that release and reach के बीच में जो time present होगा, that time is known as viability. So ये क्योंकि ये तुरंत रिलीज होके there is few possibility to come in contact with, because if there is air pollination हो रहा है and water pollination, so release और reach के बीच में when they come in contact with the female part, reproductive part के बीच में टाइम होता है, दैट टाइम वो टाइम 1-2 दिन या 1 मंथ होता है, तो तब तक इन्हें सर्वाइव करना होता है. फॉर द सर्वाइवल ऑफ द पोलन ग्रेन, द पोलन ग्रेन्स आर फॉर्म बाय द हाईली रेजिस्टेंस प्रोटीन मॉलिक्यूल. दीज प्रोटीन मॉलिक्यूल्स आर स्पोरोपोलेनिन. The sporopollenin only absent at a point. This point is known as germ pore. From the germ pore, the pollen grain give rise to the pollen tube when they reach on the stigma of a flower, so that when they come in contact with the stigma of a flower, then their modification carried out and there's formation of the pollen tube. Pollen tube invaginate into the stigma or style of the flower and they transfer the male gamete into the embryo sac or near the egg of the flower. So that's why for the increasing the viability of the life of the pollen grains, so they are able to जब तक ये पहुंच न जाए तब तक इन्हें सर्वाइव करना होता है. फॉर इंक्रीजिंग द वायबिलिटी ऑफ these pollen grains, they are formed by the sporopollenin, highly resistant protein. Now inside the pollen grain there is 2 type of cell. One is generative cell, and here is vegetative cell. Generative cells and vegetative cells. Generative cell and vegetative cell. The generative cell undergoes in the mitotic division and they form 2 sperm inside the pollen grain. Inside the pollen grain, when the sperm form from the generative cells, these are actually non-motile, so that's why they need the formation of pollen tube for the transfer of these male gametes. Now these are the vegetative reproduction. Vegetative cells. Now the vegetative cells actually they provide nutrition to the developing sperm. So for the formation of the sperm, they help in the development and growth of the sperm, and generative cells undergoes in mitosis division, because meiosis division already happened during the formation of microspores. The ploidy changes from diploid to the haploid condition. So they यहाँ पे फिर से meiosis division नहीं होगा, because एक बार हो चुका है. already the chromosome number become half from the parent या vegetative cells. Now if यहाँ पे already n number of chromosome है, so they undergoes in mitosis division for the formation of the sperm. After the formation of the sperm, 2 sperm inside the pollen grain, the pollen grain undergoes in mitosis division inside the generative cell, inside the pollen grain or inside the pollen tube. In many of the angiosperm, the division takes place inside the pollen tube. That is about 70% of the angiosperm. They actually the dehiscence of the or dispersal of the pollen grain or dehiscence of the pollen grain carried out in two cell stage, that is at the vegetative cell or generative cells. In some of most of the angiosperm, but in rest of the angiosperm, that is about 30 to 40% of angiosperm, the pollen grain dehiscence at the 3 cell stage. That generative cells already divided and form the 2 sperm. So vegetative cells यहाँ पे होगा vegetative cell and here is 2 sperm. So this is known as 3 cell stage. So 30 to 40% dehiscent at 3 cell stage, and rest of the angiosperm dehiscence undergoes in dehiscence or dispersal at the 2 cell stage. तो 2 cell stage में भी होगा और 3 cell stage में भी होगा. So this is about the microsporogenesis, which takes place inside the anther or chamber of the anther. The anther is bilobed diathecous anther. Inside the anther is formed by the 4 layer. Outer layer is epidermis, then endothelium, middle layer, and middle layer. After the middle layer there is tapetum, which provide the nutrition to the developing pollen grains. And when the microspore mother cell undergoes in meiosis division, here the ploidy of the microspore mother cell is 2n, and when they undergoes in meiosis division, there is formation of N or haploid microspores tetrad structure. There is formation every microspore mother cell undergoes in the meiosis division, and when they form, the cells produces from the microspore mother cell are 4 in number. So the E cell undergoes in dehydration, microspores undergoes in dehydration. After the dehydration, they converted into the pollen grain, and finally the pollen grain have 2 type of cells, generative cells and vegetative cells. One generative cell and one vegetative cell. Then generative cell undergoes in mitosis division. After the mitosis division, there is formation of the 2 sperm inside the pollen grain or inside the pollen tube. When most of the pollen grain dehiscent at the 2 cell stage, when they dehiscent at 2 cell stage, the formation of 2 sperm takes place inside the pollen tube, developing pollen tube, and when they descend at 3 cell stage, so the generative cells already undergoes meiosis division, and already sperms are formed inside the pollen grain. So but the viability of some plants may vary with each other. Some of the pollen grain may survive 1 month about, but some of the pollen grain lose their viability within 30 minutes. तो 30 मिनट के बीच में ही उन्हें कहीं ना कहीं रिच कर जाना होता है. रिच करके मतलब कि pollen grain 30 minutes, within 30 minutes they have to fertilize with the egg, or they have to reach on the stigma, so that otherwise they become degenerated or died. क्योंकि 30 मिनट के बाद इनकी वायबिलिटी लूज हो जाएगी या खत्म हो जाएगी. So within 30 minutes they lose their viability. So that's why some of the plants may have to reach on the stigma within a time. If they are not able to reach on a stigma, they become degenerated within after the 30 minutes. But some have more viable, their viability exists 1 month about in some cereals, so that they are able to fertilize, or they have viability or living form ड्यूरिंग 1 मंथ. तो 1 मंथ के बीच में वो कभी भी रीच करें, वो ऑब्वियसली वो जर्मिनेट भी होंगे और फर्टिलाइजेशन भी होगा. सो नेक्स्ट क्लास में स्टूडेंट्स, थैंक यू फॉर लिसनिंग मी, और नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम नेक्स्ट टॉपिक